Hey, what's up? This is a uh, tutorial for TS2 Any percent. Some things I want to talk about at the very beginning is the timing for the game. We use in-game time. We don't use any type of splitter. Um, Also, at the very beginning of the run, you show your statistics. Like you can see here, played for no time. At the end of the run, we'll go back here, and it'll have a time, minutes and seconds, and that's what we use for our timing. Another thing I want to talk about in general for the game is the health bars. You'll see this come into play in some of the later levels. The bottom part of your health bar is actually like a lot more health than your top part of your health bar. So if you get low on health, don't worry, you still actually have a lot of health. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and start. This is an Empty Boxes world record video, 26:58. We play the game on easy, as it's any percent, and easy has fewer objectives than normal and hard, plus obviously it's way easier. There is no individual level timing system, unfortunately, so you can pretty much only do full game runs unless you're going to use a splitter. First level is Siberia. The very first thing in this level is, if you're playing the game normally, you go and you open a door manually, but we don't do that, and the reason we're able to skip that is we get seen by a security camera to set the alarm off, and that spawns a guard inside the dam who then opens the door for us. This guy right here. You may have noticed he threw up a mine to destroy the satellites. That's one of the objectives. The next two objectives are at the very end of the level, so pretty much just run straight to the end of the level from here. Yeah, I think most of your time saves is going to come from crisp movement in this game. There's not a lot of like tricks, or there's no glitches at all that are useful for speedrunning anyway. Not that we've discovered yet. Yeah. So every single level you're going to pick up a time crystal. In this level, when he gets to that point, to pick it up, you're not actually going to see it. He just knows where it is and runs over it. It's right after he kills the quote-unquote boss in this level, which is just a container. You should be able to hear it though when you pick it up. It has a very distinct sound. So, kills the container with the mines, picks up the time crystal, exits the level. Chicago is a pretty boring level. Not a whole lot going on. The only tricks I can think of are, one, you can completely skip disabling the car, that's not a required objective. Like this car, just ignore it. You gotta let Marco, you gotta escort Marco into the clubhouse, which is long and boring. It takes forever. You just kill these enemies in the meantime. If he gets shot or if a bullet gets too close to him, he'll stop. So you don't not let that happen. You'll see once Marco actually gets to his clubhouse that an empty box will shoot him to make him stop. That's because if you let him just continue walking in, he'll block the door for like half a second. It's not anything crazy time save wise, but it helps a little bit. You'll know he's about to open the door when this last guard spawns behind the newsstand. Pretty much just do what he's doing. That civilian won't always be there. I usually don't even kill that civilian, just go around him. The bosses in this game are insanely easy. Each one only takes like a couple of headshots to kill. So, headshot this guy as quickly as you can, he drops the time crystal, and you exit the level. Notre Dame is probably the most annoying level in this speedrun, and that's because you have to free 2 maidens that are chained up, and there's 2 strats to freeing them. The one that an empty box uses here is he shoots the locks with the shotgun, but that's risky because you could, if you miss, you could hit the maiden and kill them, which will fail the level. Six tries to just walk up to the locks and unlock them, but because you're on fire, which you will be in a second, if you get too close, you'll set the maiden on fire. The shooting the lock strat is faster because you don't have to walk all the way up to the maiden, or stop or turn around or anything, but it's harder. Also, you see he just ran straight through a zombie back there. That's because when you're on fire, you behead zombies almost instantly. It doesn't always work, but most of the time it does. As soon as he gets to the bottom of these stairs, he's going to have to fight 4 waves of zombies in order to progress. So in order to do this as quickly as possible, he does a 180 instead of turning backwards towards the time crystal. And so he's already gone through 2 waves by the time he picks up the time crystal. Possible time save here is to let the hunchback kill the last zombie on his own, but it's pretty risky because he doesn't always do it. The pistols by far do the most damage to the boss. The quickest way to kill the bosses in this level. Portal Demon, just shoot him in the face with the pistols a whole bunch. It's super quick. You really don't have to worry about your health in this level at all. There's no need to go out of your way to pick up armor or anything. A small time save that empty box doesn't use here is if you kill this boss with the pistols, it's slightly faster by just headshotting him. Planet X is a very straightforward level. You just gotta run to the end, pick up the time crystal, leave the level. That's pretty much it. There is one gate you have to get through by killing 3 waves of aliens. There's 2 strats for that, which an empty box is going to use the turret. Just get on the turret and kill the aliens as you can. I like to stand up where they spawn and kill them as soon as they spawn. The upside to that being you can kill them quicker, obviously. The downside being it takes longer to get to the gate once you finally clear all the waves. Like you'll see here, he's already at the gate by the time it opens. It is possible to do my strat and still get to the gate right when it opens. It's just very tight. After this, he pretty much just has to wait for a portal to open to get into the UFO. I'm not sure exactly what triggers it. I think just killing these 2 waves of aliens is what starts the animation to open the portal. But it might just be timed. I don't know. I just kill these 2 waves of aliens because you have nothing else to do in the meantime. Portal's gonna open directly where empty box is standing, so you just go straight in, grab the time crystal, leave the level. Neo Tokyo is probably the least favorite speedrunning level of everybody, just because you have to wait for the hacker to walk to a computer to open a door. It takes about 3 minutes. So I'll take this time to talk about some general stuff, like movement. So like pretty much every first-person shooter, your biggest time save is going to come from your movement. And basically you want to take as straight a line as possible from A to B. So if you're going down a hallway, you want to just go from corner to corner. You don't want to be zigzagging in the hallway, and it's pretty obvious stuff. Also, strafing is not faster in this game. There's no benefit to strafing other than you can get a cleaner shot on somebody. Boosts are a thing. Getting shot in the back gives you a small speed boost, so you want to get shot in the back as much as you possibly can, health permitting. And opposite of that, back boosts, getting shot in the front slows you down, so you want to avoid that as much as possible, which is why you'll see a lot an empty box will shoot somebody once to get them to stagger so that they can run past them. and hopefully get shot in the back. So the hacker finally just walked in front of him. The hacker is going to go to a computer to put in a code to open a door. And normally, what you would do is you would look at this code through a security camera and run up to the computer, input the code, and open the door yourself. But if you're fast, as soon as the hacker opens the door, if you shoot your gun, it doesn't have to be super precise, but just as soon as you can. If you shoot your gun, you'll attract her attention, and she'll come out to try to kill you, and the door will stay open. So that's what empty box is going to do. So he's just waiting for the hacker to open the door. Here she comes. And he's gonna start shooting. And the hacker runs out to attack him. And the door is still open. For this boss fight, the quickest way to kill her is, first off, you have to headshot her here to get her to start running away, and then switch your fists and just start punching her in the back. She will drop the time crystal when she dies, and you just run to the end of the level. These next two guards right here are super annoying and will block these stairs a lot. If you can headshot them, I would do it. It takes like 4 bullets each to kill them. Which you can kill them with your pistol, but it's tight. Wild West is very simple, not many tricks. One of the few being when he starts shooting this box to blow up the wall. If you shoot like the edge of the box, sometimes the bullet can hit twice, so it'll just save you a shot. He didn't get it in this run. I just want to shoot those barrels. Let's put out the fire. And he's going to make his way to the end of the level to kill the boss. Super short level. Gotta be careful on this railroad track, you can get knocked off. Alright, so he's gonna try to snipe the boss as soon as he walks out of this room in order to make the boss stop moving, and then he's gonna swap to the pistols to kill the boss really quickly. If you miss the snipe on the boss, he'll basically just run around and start running on the railroad track towards you.
Wait.
Atom Smasher. There's a couple tricks in this level. So you basically have to get scientists to defuse these bombs for you. And to get them to defuse it, you pretty much just simply walk up to them. But they won't defuse the bomb unless there are no enemies around. So you just kill the enemies, walk up to the scientists, and they'll defuse it. I'm not sure why he blows up this barrel. I'm pretty sure this isn't like GoldenEye where an explosion will give you a boost. So you might notice right here he skips a scientist and a bomb. That's because there's a scientist at the top of these stairs also that will run down and defuse that bomb. You don't see him though. Also, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that using your crosshair with the fire extinguisher makes it easier to put the fires out. Also, he picks up this fire extinguisher on the wall because you need to pick up a second fire extinguisher at some point in order to get all the fires. That's the easiest one to get. Coming up is a good opportunity for a really good boost right here. If you leave that guard alive, he will usually boost you quite a bit. Crouch down to that door as it's opening. This is the last scientist you need to talk to. I like to keep these next couple of guards alive to give me boosts, so I'll just shoot them once each, and hopefully they'll boost me on this straightaway right here. But that leaves you vulnerable to being back boosted when you turn around for the boss. I just headshot this boss a couple times, he dies, and you get the time crystal, finish throwing your switches, and that's the end of the level. Aztec is a pretty straightforward level. It actually is beneficial to shoot that monkey because he can't get in your way. Not a whole lot going on in this level. Pretty much just follow in empty boxes, routes, do what he does. I don't think there's a lot of time save going on in this level. I'm gonna kill these monkeys too, because they'll get in your way. He's not just shooting them for fun. There actually is a little bit of time save to be had in this level when you're stepping on the switches for the traps that the golems fall into, you can do that very quickly. I think an empty box is kind of slow on this run, but I think he was having a good run. He just wanted to make sure he didn't mess it up. So I usually just step on the switch and keep running, whereas he will step on it and then like look back to make sure they fell in. Also, that animation that the golem just did where he stops and pounds on the ground can kind of screw you over. So if you just step on a switch and then run away immediately, and he does that animation, the door will close again and screw you over. Robot Factory is the longest level in the game. Most of the strategy I feel like comes in the second half of the level. It's pretty much just running to the end. So you'll see he shot that robot in the feet in order to get him to start attacking him, so he could get some boosts. Otherwise, the robot like won't even notice him until it's too late. He picks up this laser gun from that guy because it'll help out in the room right before the boss, where he has to kill a bunch of enemies. So as soon as he destroys this node, there will be a gate, and I'm gonna pause it. To open the gate, you only have to kill the 4 chassis spots that spawn as soon as the node is destroyed, I'm pretty sure. And the gate will open. There's a whole bunch of chassis spots in here. You'll notice you didn't even kill some of them, but the gate opens. Grab these grenades, because you'll need them on the boss fight. Pick up that electro tool after you kill that node, because you'll need it. This part is kind of tricky, actually. I'll try to explain it. So, there's a node right next to where he's standing that he has to destroy. But there's also a node in the next room, right around this corner. And so what he's going to do is he's going to throw the switch to start moving the node in the next room, and it has a shield around it, so you can't destroy it until it gets to the other side of the room. But he's going to flip the switch and then run back, destroy the node he's standing right next to now, and when he goes back into the next room, the shield will be gone early. I'm not sure why that happens, and it's not consistent. It doesn't always happen, but that's the most consistent way I've found to get the shield to go away early. Like, it should still have a shield on it right now. I didn't find that out. Somebody told me about that. I don't remember who. So right here he just has to kill a bunch of waves of enemies. There is a pattern to where they spawn and how many you have to kill, but you kind of just get a feel for it after a few attempts. To kill this boss quickly, what I do is I shoot, I think it's 5 or 6 grenades at the boss, and then with my bullets, I will shoot the grenades to get them to blow up quickly. Like you'll see, he ran up to the door right there and it was still locked. It's because it took a second for those grenades to blow up. And grab the time crystal and exit the level. So the space station is the last level. This one's also pretty straightforward, though there's a couple of things you can do to save time. He's going to do one right here. He'll walk right next to this door to get it to start opening. So when he runs back, it's already open. In this level, you actually have to be mindful of your health. You can die in this level. So you'll see he'll kill a bunch of enemies that normally you would want to get boosts from. Like in an IL, you would try to get boosts from all these guys. But because health is tight, and it's the last level at any percent, you just kill him. Also, these doors to the airlock, you can manually open and close. So when you open it, run through, and then close it again immediately. It's quicker than just waiting for it to close on its own. This spaceship section is pretty standard. They come out in the same order every time. There is an armor right next to this turret that you can pick up if you're worried about your health. Like I would pick it up like right now. Time splitters do spawn occasionally, so you want to take them out. On this last spaceship, there's a spot that I like to aim. I like to aim directly at this little black mark on the planet. Like, I'll put the bullets on this black mark, so my crosshair will be somewhere like here. And I just continually fire at this little black spot, and it blows up this last spaceship immediately. So manually close your door. Try not to die. Like, an empty box takes kind of a lot of damage in this level. Usually it's not this close to dying. But at this point, you're pretty much home free. He's gonna go pick up an armor. He doesn't really need to, but he's got like a sliver of health, so why not? So yeah, just ride the elevator down, run into this your spaceship, and that's the end of the game. done. That's where you would split if you're using a splitter as soon as you walk into the spaceship. And you go back to your stats screen at the end, see how much time played you have, and that's your final in-game time. That's the time we go by for rankings. Alright, and yeah, so time played 26 minutes 58 seconds. Yeah, so that's time switch to any percent. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Alright, good luck.